Hi and welcome to this tutorial to build your painting skills. In this session, we will build on the concept of value and how a shadow can be conveyed across two surfaces of different value. This task should take you about 45 minutes to complete. We will paint a path scene with casted shadows. I found this photo online to use as inspiration and cropped it square. I will simplify it and change the background. We will work about 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters square. Watch this quick method to create a square on your paper. Take a corner and extend it to the side without creasing it. Here are three types of brushes. The first one I have here is called a round brush. Next is a flat brush. It's good for filling in large areas. The next one is called a filbert. It has a curved edge. I tend to usually always use a flat brush, but I'll try and mix it up during the video. On our palette, we will need yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, ultramarine blue, some cadmium red just in case, burnt sienna, white, and black. Note, we do not need large amounts as the painting is small. I also have a rag to wipe my brush in a water container to rinse. First, we'll lightly draft out the image we will paint using some ochre. Create a horizon line and then a path. Note that the path tapers at the top towards a vanishing point. And we'll add a tree line in the background. You can fill in this tree line with the ochre. This doesn't have to be done neatly, as we will paint over it later. We'll next move to painting the path. Take some cadmium yellow with ochre and some white. We're trying to make a light beige color. Add a second coat if required. I'm thinking this is a little too bright, so I'm going to apply a white glaze on top to soften it. A glaze is basically a diluted color. Just add water, but not too much. You may need to experiment with this. Of course, this step is optional if you are content with yours. Create a green by adding a cadmium yellow to the blue. Paint the grass area and the tree line in the background. Apply a second coat if required. Using the burnt sienna, we will mark out where the casted shadows are. We then need to create a darker toned green for the casted shadows on the grass. Add more blue and a touch of black to your green. Test out the color on the blank area of your page. Adjust as necessary if required. Paint the shadow areas on the grass. Add a second coat if required. We'll also use this green to paint some shadow areas on the tree line. Now we'll paint the shadow area on the path. Take some white, ochre, and burnt sienna with a touch of black. Paint the shadow areas. Apply a second coat if required. I'll also go back to the shadow green to clean up the edge. Finally, we will paint the sky. Take some white and mix it with the ultramarine blue. For a last minute touch, I will make a slightly darker green and add some slightly darker areas in the tree line. I'll also apply another coat to the path shadow area. If we reflected on our painting, what might we do better next time? I think the green is a little bright. I think I would neutralize or mute it more next time. I think I would also thicken the thinner tree shadow and perhaps make it around 30 degrees instead of my 45 degrees. I hope this video has helped you develop value and some color mixing skills for an artwork. Be sure to check out some of the other videos to continue building your skills. Painting takes time and practice. Don't give up. Lastly, just a shout out to Mark Daniel Nelson, as this activity was adapted from his book.